Hi, welcome to the channel today, and this is going to be a little bit different because my son's still not feeling well, so I'm going to be doing this myself. And this camera's kind of weird. It just wants to follow me, so I'm going to try. I have to have it facing me or whatever. But anyway, what I'm kind of showing you today, I did have some corn that's growing, and I did some in the kiddie pool. I've got some out there out in the in-ground garden. I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you a quick preview of the tomatoes, see how they're doing. But the first thing we're going to be looking at is the corn. And this corn here is planted about a week later than what the other corn is. And I do got one or two of them that's kind of leaning over, but they're looking pretty good. You know, they're growing good, nice green color to them, so I'm liking that. I did get a little bit of something was eating on one of my plants, and I did take care of that. So that's what we're doing on this side. Like I say, I'm get that further away. I am happy with that. So let's go look at the other one. Now we're at the in-ground garden, and here's the corn that's growing here. And you'll notice this corn here, even though it's a week older than the other corn, it's pale looking. It doesn't look very good, and that's not what you want in your corn plants. Now I have put down a lot of fertilizer, as you can see, trying to make up for that. It's just a nutrient deficiency. Now, if you look at some of these over here, they're not quite so bad, but you know, overall, that's not what you want in your corn plant. And I did go ahead and plant the other corn that I had. Sorry about that. And and it was the corn that was the red corn that I grew a couple of years ago. And so I planted it, and hopefully this makes before the other does. But anyway, showing you that. Now we're going to go take a look over at the potatoes and the beans. Okay, now we're at the potato plants. And you can see those here, they're looking pretty good. Lots of blooms on them. And I did put just a little bit of fertilizer in them too, but they're looking nice. I don't have any complaints about them. And this soil down here is better than the soil that is up there that you've seen where the corn was planted. It has a little more clay to it. And then over here, I have the beans. Now these first two rows are pintos. This row is the Haas Green Blaze, I believe. These two, I forgot the names of it, but it's another kind of heirloom corn. I mean beans. And then I had the heirloom Topazios, and these two rows, I got exactly one plant that came up. So I went back and I planted some Mississippi Silver Skin peas, and that's what you're seeing coming up. Cowpeas, that's what's coming up now. Sometime that happens. I was hoping that, you know, I saved them, hoping to be able to continue that line, but apparently the germination on it just wasn't any good. So sometime that happens. Sometimes you can't always, you know, get what you want. But so anyway, I did go back with some southern peas. We'll see how that goes. Now we're going to take a look at the tomato plants. Okay, now we're at the tomato plants. I'm just going to try to show you down the line or how they're looking. This here is the row that I have all my paste tomatoes. They're looking good. I probably need another line with the Florida weave with it. But these, you know, they're getting good size. There's something batting on that one. And then these, I think start somewhere near the Invincible ones, but they've got a really good load of fruit on them. I'm hoping y'all getting a good view of this because I can't see it with this camera. But they've loaded up and looking really good. They're still 2 or 3 weeks away from ripening. And like I say, that's something you don't want to see there. It's almost broke off, just the weight of the fruit. And then over here is our determinate varieties and how they're coming along. Not really seeing any type of problems. I do want to make a video where I show each and every variety and which one it is. I think these are Hassanators here. But with my son being out, I can't hold the camera and my clipboard where I got all my varieties on it. But this is the determinate varieties there. I'm hoping this is looking okay. Hope it's not on slow motion. If it wasn't slow motion, I won't see it. There's the Roadster there. It's got some nice big tomatoes on it. And then I'll show you one problem with the Florida weave is if you don't stay up with it, which I've been busy with the boys being sick, this one needs to have more support on it. It's starting to get over. And these are the indeterminate types. They too tend to sprawl on you, but they are loaded down with tomatoes. Seeing back in there, big one down there. But they're looking good. Nice big tomato there. There's my hen. I wish I'd had more T-post in here to give them a little more support, and needed to keep up with them. But like I say, this week was just rough. One day I had to go, spend the evening buying groceries and things, and usually when they get sick, we get popsicles and things like that to keep the hydration up for the kids. We do have some dewberries that's starting to come on. There's my grape that I usually don't show that much, and it's a cross between. I think it's Foxy Lotties is one of these. It's a cross between Muscadine and the Egyptian or the European ones. We'll go down this other row is another row of the indeterminate. This is Chef Black here. And seeing its tomatoes, it usually makes good for me. Lucky Cross is this one. And that makes a really big one there. Chef Pink. Don't like that, but okay. And that's where we had some damage early on, but I'm not seeing it progressing any. This one here is the Brandywine Pink, or Pink Brandywine. So it's making good. Like I say, I will go through later and show all the varieties and kind of show how it's doing. That's what I was planning on doing this weekend, but he's just not up to doing it. Purple Boy is this one. Once I can read the tags, I read them off on it. Nice big tomato down there. And like I say, they're a couple weeks off from actually ripening. But you also get to see the different leaves. This is a potato leaf variety there. And then my cherry tomatoes. And I did notice on one of them, I think it was a Sun Gold, it has started making, this one has kind of gotten on the ground. That's not necessarily good, but they're producing. One problem you get with these is like this one here is outside of it, and trying to get that back inside can be tough. Sometimes you just got to tie it back on the next rung. Same thing with these. And like I say, I have not been out here like I needed to be, so that means these have gotten away from me. But one like this, sometimes you can lace it back in like that, and then it'll start growing back inside. And if I don't break it like that, then it'll grow back inside. But like I say, a lot of these have gotten outside, but at least it got them up off the ground. And that's Brad's Atomic Grape. I hadn't seen that one. This is the first year growing it, so it's a different looking one. It may be fun trying to figure out when it's ripe. I had one called Blueberry, or Blueberries, that tomato, and it looked really pretty, but then it get kind of a chocolatey color, and that's when it was ripe. Its flavor just never was there. I actually grew it another time because it tended to be late. There's some ripe down there. So, and I do believe this is Sun Gold. Yeah, that's Sun Gold. It's usually my first tomato plant to start producing, so it's done it again. So I do like Sun Gold. It is a hybrid, but it's one that even people tend to go hybrids all the time, still grow it a lot. And then over here, I'm betting that might be the Mountain Vineyard there, the way it looks. I don't see the tag. There's Sunset Torch, and they seem to make for a long time. And anyway, that's what happens whenever your horse steps on your stuff. There's no Sunset Torches, a little bit bigger size. But anyway, they are starting to make. I'm hoping this video is coming out okay. And I haven't sprayed anymore. as far as worms or any of that stuff, so that's doing good. But anyway, and I think that last one is Sun Gold also, and this the one I saw earlier today that was starting to ripen. But that's what I'm going to be showing today, and hopefully when my son gets better, we'll catch up on some of the other stuff. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.